Alright, let's scoot back.
I'm back. Scooting back.
Okay. Alright. Wait, not too far back, though. Let me get down. I'm already down.
Me too.
You good?
I'm down to party.
Down
Down to party. Hello and welcome, viewers. This is Obabo Jagga. I'm Beats.
And I'm Bawa.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? So,
It's E3 week.
it's E3 week.
And we've been watching some streams yesterday and
You know
the day
when we're
before
not
that.
working?
And this morning too. Nintendo's was this morning.
That is correct. As in, Zelda was this morning.
The stream.
A stream that literally lasted from 9 a.m. until...
It's probably still going
Probably
on.
still going on right now as
We'll
we
check.
speak. We can check.
You talk about something else in the meantime.
Right. So yesterday we saw Ubisoft, Microsoft,
I didn't see Ubisoft or Microsoft.
and I didn't watch Microsoft either. But we saw Ubisoft. I saw Ubisoft, and we both saw Sony. And Sony had a live orchestra and a lot of games. To me, it really seemed like Sony just knew what their viewers wanted. They knew what their fan base is. They want games. So, like, okay, we got you games.
Ubisoft did?
Nah, did I say Ubisoft? Sony knew that. Sony brought a lot of games. They brought They brought God of War. They brought Last Guardian announcement.
All the ones from last year.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't show any more Final Fantasy.
Right.
They showed off Horizon, which looked amazing.
Sorry.
And they had games. That's what people want to see at E3. That's what people are expecting.
There's no people talking aside from that thing at the beginning.
Right. But in my opinion, when we saw, I don't remember his name because I'm not the hugest fan or anything, but when we saw the executive there,
Kaz Hirai?
no,
That's like 2006 days.
that's I know
cool.
Kaz Hirai, but man, I like seeing the people behind the company.
Mm.
I like seeing it. Hey, we are people, and we make video games for you, our fans. And I like how you opened up with.
But they always had like French accents, and you could never
That's
understand
true.
them.
Well, Ubisoft still has French accents. Except Ubisoft got Aisha Tyler to host the show.
Oh, I heard Ubisoft was awful. I heard at one point in the show they were all dressed up like animals or something.
Do you mean that was awesome? Because that's what I heard, and that's
I still haven't seen it, but
I mean, honestly, they just showed games. No one really cared about them, but I like Watch Dogs too. I'm a fan of the first Watch Dogs.
You played it?
I played it like a
I used
4
to
hour
have it
session.
right there.
I think it's at Zach's house, but I played a 4 hour session with Zach. And what I like about Watch Dogs is, even though it doesn't encourage this style of play, you can play the entire game without shooting your gun. You could just play the whole game stealthily, hacking this and that, and just trying to get away. But, it doesn't really it doesn't reward that type of play style.
You don't have to kill anyone in Batman.
Does it reward that play style?
Actually, you can't kill anyone in Batman.
That's against his policy. He couldn't wear the mask if he got a speck of blood on it, right? So anyway, what do you want to talk about first, Laksh?
Well, Zelda happened.
Zelda happened. I am so into Zelda.
Are you into aliens
I am what?
and Zelda?
Aliens?
Well, like that, all the
Whatever, man. I don't care.
all the Sheik stuff looks alien almost.
Yeah, what?
I mean, he wakes up in a pool of water and then
That's-
it like drains down.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, so you just saw the trailer. You didn't see any of the
I didn't see
gameplay.
any of the game.
He's typical Link at the start of the game. He's lying down.
Typical Link. How dare he lie down in the pool of water?
Not pool of water. He's always asleep though.
Is he?
He wakes up, and then his adventure starts.
And then he goes.
But
Well, as you know, my favorite Zelda is the NES Zelda 1986 game.
you like that one the best?
That one's my favorite. I like that one so much. It's just really playable even today. It's basically like a perfect action game. There's nothing wrong with it, and you can do the dungeons in any order you want because there's no annoying tutorials or anything forcing or stopping you from going to dungeons.
So you don't have to have the boomerang, which you get in the first dungeon,
I
which you also
accidentally-
have to use in the fourth one. And
That's right. I actually missed the boomerang. Me and Bala. I
You
didn't
would've
see
got
it, and I didn't have the boomerang all game. But that's fine because you don't need it. The only thing you needed was like the silver arrows, but that's fine.
but like that's probably. I mean, you have to have some kind of structure in a game, right?
Yeah. of
You
course.
can't just. I mean, you can free roam, I guess, but even something that's free roam is gonna have like a main story.
Of course.
So.
And I just think Zelda did it perfectly, and I think it's super underrated just because it's old. I don't think any Zelda's done it better since, because every other Zelda has.
So what you feel like is they're just remastering plus enhancing it?
This Zelda feels like a re-enhance plus a remaster, re-enhancer, plus it's got a Call of the Wild subtitle. Enhancing. I mean, Call of the Wild. It's a bad book.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. It's just such a bad book. I don't know why they name it after that. But I get it because it's about, you know what it's about? A domestic dog looking for his owner, and then he decides,
That's Twilight Princess.
I'm saying, like, Call of the Wild.
Oh, no, I didn't read that book.
Call of the Wild, he's a domestic dog, but eventually he's like, man, being in the wild with my ancestors is kind of cool. And he becomes, like, king of the wolves or whatever. I thought it was just a dumb book.
Sounds like it.
Like, given the opportunity to go to his owners again, he's like, nope. Turns away. I didn't like it.
That seems like the kind of book you'd like, though.
No, I do like White Fang. It's about a wolf who.
Yeah.
And you
He's just like how it turned out.
I just like how it turned out. I don't know. Because there's something about turning away one family for another that kind of like rubs me the wrong way. Like, man, you're.
What if they treated him like garbage? I don't know. I didn't read the book. We're not talking about the book. We're talking about video games.
But I feel like the point of the title of the video game is that it's trying to evoke
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, Call of the Wild. They share 3 out of the 4 words that they have.
Yeah, that one word is important though. It's a big difference.
Tell me why that word is important.
Because calling and breathing are 2 different things.
Yeah, but what does breathing have to do about this dumb game?
It's a breath of fresh air.
It looks like it's just the same air that I breathed in 1986.
You weren't alive in 1986.
That's true. Okay, it looks like the same air I breathed last year when I played that game that was released in 1986. For like the 3rd time or whatever.
So you're excited about Zelda?
I'm very excited about Zelda. Yeah. The only thing I'm not excited about is Nintendo didn't give a release date. They didn't even show what the NX looks like, the Nixie.
He mentioned it though. Reggie. Like the first thing he did.
What did he say?
After the first trailer, he said Zelda will be available on Wii U and then NX.
No, that's not good enough for me.
And he like smiled when he said NX. So, I mean, they know people know what it is. It's just we don't know what it is. I don't fall for
that because I don't get excited about things I don't know anything about. So I'm not excited for Paper Mario. So I'm not excited for most of the games that they show at E3. But Zelda looks amazing. What are your thoughts on Zelda?
Yeah, I'll buy it. I mean, I like Zelda. I always like Zelda, so.
Of course.
It looks different. One of my most favorite Zelda games is Twilight Princess, and I like that because of how big the world seemed at that time. And so I guess if this world is even
bigger than Wind Waker.
Like Twilight Princess was after Wind Waker, but that was one of the first Zelda games I ever played.
Oh, okay.
I played Wind Waker after Twilight Princess. So, and Wind Waker, I mean, it's big, but
it's empty.
Yeah,
but most Zelda games are big and empty.
You have treasures every once in a while or whatever, and you have islands, but
they're not interesting most of the time.
No.
Which is a big problem with Zelda. It's always had, pretty much, ever since they went to 3D. I think even Ocarina of Time is big and empty. Hyrule Field is just a field where you shoot ghosts once in a while.
For its time, yeah.
It's really just a big playground with
a
flat playground with one fence.
I don't know. I'm like one of the few people that actually really, really enjoyed Twilight Princess, I guess.
That's right. You big rube.
But then there's not Zelda games that I dislike either, from what I've played.
Yeah, Zelda games they hit or miss with me. I like all of them a little bit, at least. But I really love the first and second. Those 2 rock.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you want to talk about? Because I am really into Sony's VR console. But you didn't see any of it.
They have a console?
Yeah, they said it's releasing this October.
Okay.
$400.
400?
It looks like, all I saw in there...
Wait, so it's a headset?
It's just a headset, I think.
Okay. So it's an add-on to the
PlayStation
PS4.
4, I think.
So you have to buy a PS4, or you have to have one, and then you also buy the VR part.
So it's not really accessible to everyone, because that's an $800 investment. But it looks like their whole conference was trying to integrate VR into most of their games. We saw Resident Evil 7, Biohazard.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that the Japanese is called Biohazard? Resident Evil?
It's always been.
No, I mean like, you know, Resident Evil 7. The 7 was in the V.
Yeah.
Well, and then the subtitle was Biohazard. Did you notice that?
I didn't know this.
The subtitle for the English version is called Biohazard, and then Biohazard, the 7 is in the Z in Biohazard. Like, it's not a Roman numeral, it's an Arabic numeral. The 7. And then the subtitle is Resident Evil. You can't imagine it?
I don't know.
Basically, this Resident Evil is a converging of the series, it looks like. Like, we're tired of having two different names, so even though it's Biohazard, it's still Resident Evil.
Got it.
Vice versa. Anyway, it's all VR. We have a demo, apparently. It's available right now.
The Sony stream's on.
It's on right now?
Yeah, I just checked. The Nintendo stream's over, but the Sony stream is on now.
Oh, dude. That's hecka cool. Anyway, I think this is not a good way to go for VR. I don't think walking around with a headset and a controller is very interesting to me.
So something like the new HTC headset, the Vive, you put it on and then there's like wires everywhere and everything, but you have an analog stick to move around.
Yeah, I don't like that. But they did show the Star Wars game where you fly around in a plane in a not a TIE fighter.
I could get behind
that.
Flight sim.
Is a awesome idea, right?
Yeah,
because you don't need to walk. You can look around in your ship, and then you control this. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That rocks. I'm so into that.
Because then you could have a joystick and everything too.
Yeah, I want to know more about that Star Wars game. It's like, I'm not very good with the names.
If it's made by EA, I'm not expecting much, but
I don't know. It was on the Sony stream. I don't remember anything about it. I just watched it real fast and went to bed, but
I didn't watch it,
but that was so cool. They didn't show very much. The only thing is, they only showed looking around, and you leave your big ship and fight some TIE fighters.
So you do leave?
Yeah.
You leave the big ship, okay.
You fly your small ship out of the big ship. Anyway, VR looks interesting, and I think they showed some good games. But, like, I don't know. I guess I don't like horror games. They showed Final Fantasy 15. You could play as one of the side characters.
They did show it? You said you didn't. They
didn't show 7 this conference.
Oh, okay, but they showed 15.
They showed 15.
And that's coming out on PC, apparently?
Or is it?
I don't know. Trevor said something like that.
Whatever Trevor says.
No, Lane said something.
I don't care what Lane says either, because I got a PS4, so I'm just going to play it there.
Sure.
Anyway, Final Fantasy 17, yeah, I'm into it.
The new one.
The new one, I'm into it. But who cares about VR? That's not going to enhance my experience.
That game has VR?
Yeah, you can drive a car in VR or whatever. I mean, that's pretty cool. But do you want
So that reminds me of, like, what is it? What are those games that have, like the main story, but then there's a little mini game, you know?
It's like, oh, you could experience the story in a different way. If
not even a different way. Just
the same way through a different perspective.
It's literally advertised as we're showing off this new feature in our console. Use it.
I mean, I know what you mean. That's what's happening. Basically, here's an add-on. You could buy it, and it's basically the same game.
It's $400.
$400.
That's typical Sony. You remember back when, like,
plays this blonde boy.
Back when PS3 and PSP were like, you know, they were trying to merge those two. It's like you could play Ridge Racer, and then the PSP could be your rear view mirror. Do you remember that? I don't think a single person ever
talked about that.
Used that.
I've never heard that.
Let alone talk about
the rear view mirror, huh? Man, that's something I can get behind. The future of video games. Adjusting your PSP to see behind you clearly.
They didn't mention Vita at all. Vita's actually dead.
That sucks, man. I like my Vita. Except that your account's banned, so I can't. Cut that out.
Yeah, no, Vita's actually dead.
That's a bummer.
No. Because they you know, we got Persona 4 Golden. That was cool. They remade Persona 4 for handheld, and that's cool because I don't want to play.
I like RPGs in bed also.
I like to be able to move around. Fire Emblem, love to play it on the handheld ones.
Just do a mission.
But then I don't think I've gotten more than like 5 or 10 missions into Path of Radiance because I just can't. I don't know. I just can't sit.
It's better when you're relaxed, reclined.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Dragon Quest Builders.
Or in the car.
Right. Yeah, I love playing in the car. Well, I get car sick, but I do like to play it on a long travel when away from home. Dragon Quest Builders is for PS4 and Vita, But PS4 is going to be a physical release, and Vita is just digital only.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting.
That's fine. I mean, it saves them a lot of money that way.
Yeah, but so this is just like more. A Vita is less of a console. It's just okay.
But look, what if they completely did away with the physical releases on Vita, and they said, okay, we know it's dying.
That's fine to me.
We know it's dying. We're just gonna do digital releases until it kicks back up, because it's a capable console. It's got a touch screen. It's got buttons,
awesome.
triggers, analog sticks, good processor, whatever.
It looks great. Feels great.
It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it kind of gives me hand cramps with how small the buttons are.
Okay, they're a little close.
But I'd have to try the.
I'm not in love with the cartridges though. They're tiny and.
I don't see why. Okay, I get it, but do handheld systems need cartridges anymore?
The 3DS does. It's a Nintendo console, bro.
No, I mean, you're right though. Like PSP going to discs, that was awful. I mean, load times were terrible and all sorts of other things. And then when they made the PSP, the slide up one, Go.
Yeah.
That had no cartridges or CD slots at all, just a memory card.
Right.
So, you know what? Here's why the Vita's dead.
Why is it dead?
It's their memory card.
Because they have
It's a proprietary memory card, and nobody wants to spend $90 for a 16 gig.
Did we even do
whatever. Yeah, we have a 32, I think, 16 to 30. No, it's got to be 32.
At least I hope
I
so.
paid quite a. I don't remember how much, but quite a bit.
Speak of it here. Too much.
Little
Too much,
bit.
Sony. What are you thinking?
That's probably why the Vita's dead. Meanwhile, where's my 3DS? They can
There
just
it
put a
is.
micro SD card in there, and I'm good to go.
Unlimited video games.
Well, and you can't even load. I mean, you can eShop games and stuff, but
Yeah, but Nintendo's backwards with the whole transferring your games to anything. I heard tell that this one person had, I don't know, a few gigs of games, and he was upgrading to the new 3DS XL from his regular XL, and he just couldn't do it.
Nintendo's always been kind of behind on their online stuff, you know.
And because Nintendo didn't show anything with the NX, the NXE, the
NX?
NX,
Just the NX?
the N-Cross, I can't be excited about it. How can I be excited about a console I don't know literally nothing about? Maybe it's just...
It's all about the games.
Just another 1080p game.
Or rather, it's all
console.
about the game.
The one game
one
we know
game.
of. Well, let's face it, any game that we hear from Nintendo is going to be an NX game. They're not going to make any more Wii U games. Wii U's dead too.
Well, so the new Zelda is just Twilight Princess
It's
all over again.
Twilight Princess all... And we had a great launch startup, I thought. It had Zelda,
What?
and it had Wii Sports.
Oh, Wii?
Yeah, Wii.
Yeah.
Had
That was an
Red Steel.
amazing... That was
I
a
thought it was
great
great.
console.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I liked Excite Trucks.
Sidetrack was a great game.
I thought it was fun. I had a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
What else came? I mean, they had a lot.
Red Steel.
WarioWare came pretty soon after release.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good time with that. Smash Bros wasn't too far off. It was enough to get me excited about the
Smash
Wii.
Bros. Was like 2 years after, so...
But we knew about it. So that was already something like, by the Wii, you
And that
get
was hyped
Smash
up for
Bros.
years.
Yeah.
So...
And I feel that Wii U didn't have any of that, really. Not until way afterward. Not enough to sell it. And I feel like they're gonna fix their mistake for like, it worked for Wii, let's do it for the NX. That's why they're going with the whole Twilight Princess. Well, we'll satisfy you who bought the Wii U, but you really want to buy the NX, don't you?
Yeah, just say that. I mean, at this point, I don't think I thought of buying
Forget
a Wii
the
U,
Wii U
but
now.
I don't think there's any.
They're gonna have ports of Mario Maker and Smash Bros.
If I could get a Wii U from Goodwill for like $50, I'll buy it.
I bet someone's donated it. But they'll have the controller in the
I
controller
mean,
section.
once it's once the Wii U is literally Wii status, where they're just like paperweights. You know, nobody cares about their Wii anymore.
That's right. Mine's busted. Mine's just a homebrew machine. Anyway. That's when you'll get a Wii U? I mean, that seems like a good idea to me.
That's when I bought a PS3, and I was pretty happy.
And you
I
can-
am pretty happy.
And you can buy your Tokyo Mirage Sessions, #FE.
No, let's not talk about that.
Let's skip that one. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's good for our first episode.
That's good
Mhm.
enough. I mean,
Yeah, we got
honestly, we didn't watch that much of E3.
no, but we talked about the important stuff.
We talked about enough. So I'm looking forward. So in closing, I'm looking forward to VR on Sony. I wish I could just try it. I want to play that Star Wars game.
Yeah, I'll try it. I don't think I'd buy it, but I'd give it a
Looking
shot.
forward to Zelda. Oh, let's talk about one last thing.
Have you used an Oculus before?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
They're pretty awesome.
Have you tried it?
I got to use one once.
Where'd you try it?
In London at the mall, the Westfield Mall. There they had this. Okay, they had. There's this company that makes cream cheese. And they had an Oculus Rift. And you could, the whole thing was a sensory, like it was like a sensory challenge or something. You had to try their cream cheese. You try a little bit of the cream cheese, and then you sit down in a chair, and then you go through a virtual fridge. And then you're flying through this virtual fridge, and you're sitting down. Yeah, and then the people in front of you, like, they spray you with water. You're sitting down in a chair.
How do they know when to spray?
I don't know. Maybe they have a monitor too, but like it's just like you're
Streaming.
going down the slide, and then it's like a roller coaster, but through a fridge. And then like fruits start flying out of nowhere, and then like water sprays in your face. And wait, no, I had that thing on my face. I don't know. It's pretty
magic.
cheesy, but I got to try it once, and you can look around and everything, and it's cool.
Did you get some cream cheese at the end of the trip?
Yeah.
Was it good?
I forgot the name of the company.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I have to look forward to.
Yeah,
Tasting cream
cool.
cheese in VR. So, VR and what Zelda, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Sony stuff.
Sony stuff is all cool. Pretty much.
And with Microsoft, I honestly don't really care about Xbox.
They had 2 Xboxes coming, which is weird. Did you know about that?
There's
Let's talk about that real fast. There's 2.
No, we're done.
No? Yeah, whatever. I don't care either.
Maybe?
Well,
okay,
I
there's
don't...
2 Xboxes.
There's
We'll
2
end with that.
Xboxes.
That'll be the last topic. So there's the Xbox One S, the white one.
Right.
Which is $100 more.
Yeah.
It's $100 more than the regular Xbox One.
Yeah. That's Scorpio? Or is that...
What's Scorpio?
I don't know. It's like the next gen console also. They announced 2 things. They announced the new Xbox One and the next gen console at the same time.
Xbox One came out like a year ago.
I don't really know. Just forget it. Let's end the episode. I don't know enough.
Okay, well that's been all for our special E3 coverage.
Thank you, man. That was so awesome. Wow, thanks for joining me.
That was an inside scoop.
All the insider information. Wow. Thanks, bro. Thanks you.
Alright, well tune in next time where we talk about maybe Microsoft, maybe tomorrow's show. We'll see. Because there's still 2 more days of E3 left, so.
Dragon Quest being shown tomorrow.
Alright, you get to hear more about that shitty game.
That's right.
Tomorrow.
Peace out.